Hello scrappers and planet lovers, Tin Man here with another video. So I was asked a few questions from a beginner scrapper, and one of the questions was about Christmas lights. Were Christmas lights worth bringing them in whole, getting the Christmas light price, or if they were worth taking apart and upgrading the wire? So I did a little experiment here. Behind me, I do have a nice big pile of Christmas lights. I actually am still getting them, and it is the beginning of February right now. So I do find them a lot in the winter months, especially when people are slow to take them down. They've had enough with them, they're upgrading, they're getting a new set, and instead of bringing them in themselves, they throw them at the side of the road. So these are all bulbs and wire that didn't work. You can actually find tons of strands that still work, so before you do scrap them, plug them in, check to see if they work. You could donate those as well to different places. These ones, unfortunately, did have a lot of electric wire around them. There were pieces that had exposed wire, so that's why I'm taking them apart. But the experiment back here, I actually have, and I have some of my calculations here, I have 26.8 pounds or 26 and a half pounds of Christmas lights here. And what I've done is an experiment, taking the bulbs off. Here are the bulbs right there. Here is the wire. And I do upgrade it. There are definitely different types of wire. I have a few examples of just the tail ends. You can see right here, there are different strands. But inside, you can see the copper there. Here is a thicker strand here that you see. This has 2 strands to it. Look at the double. There's copper in that one as well. And this one here is also 2 strands, not as thick, but it too has copper. And the nice thing about this wire is once I remove the bulbs off this wire is going to get upgraded to 60% appliance wire. Currently right now, light bulbs in London, Ontario are going for 40 cents a pound as is. So that is still a great price. For this experiment, for this weight, it took me about 25 minutes to take all the light bulbs off. I just use a side cutter, and the nice thing is I could do it sitting down watching the football game still, so that was great, didn't really waste any of my time. But again, about 25 minutes to do so, and very easy to upgrade this. Watch this. So here's my wire. Just gonna actually take a pair of side cutters, snip, turn it around, snip. So now I have a nice piece of wire here. So again, this is gonna be 60% appliance wire, and currently London, Ontario, giving me $2.55 a pound. So just throwing it in the bag here. I do also have to make sure that I caution you, if I was to bring it in with the plug ends like this, I am gonna get downgraded. So you do have to remove these off of that wire to get your 60% appliance wire. If I was to leave these on, I'm gonna get 40% appliance wire, and that currently is $1.50 or $1.45 a pound. So still a great price, but just a very easy technique to just upgrade that from your 40% to 60%. The other nice thing about it is these prongs here, I actually have some really nice brass on here. Just gonna pull it off there. You can see, look at that, it's got some number 2 copper on that as well. That number 2 copper going for $4.30 a pound. These brass plugs going for $3.15 a pound. So that's nice that I have these. I did not factor that into my experiment, but you can see them right here. I'm probably gonna have 3 ounces of brass that I'm not factoring in, but again, that's gonna also upgrade and increase my profit margin. These, unfortunately, I have called around, asked scrapyards if they will take these, because you can see there is inside some brass. Hopefully you can see with the light, it's hard to see, but there is a small little nub in there of brass that connects to the light bulb. It is hard, as I said, to see because of the light, but the scrapyard said, no, these are garbage. There's not enough brass recovery in there, so it is garbage. So unfortunately, these light bulbs I'm gonna have to throw out. But again, just looking at how easy this was to upgrade this wire. Okay, so there you go. And again, even these ones, look at how many strands I have. Just gonna easily just pull off that. And look at that nice strand. So all of this is gonna count. Gonna go through right now my weights. Again, here it is, all of my wire. I have already with my scale looked at it. So again, if I was to bring these 26.8 pounds in as is at 40 cents a piece, I'm going to get $10.60 for this load, which is a great price. But if I was to upgrade this wire to my 60%, getting paid $2.55 a pound, I have right here 11 pounds 4 ounces. So I'm actually going to make $28.69. So a profit difference of $18.09. So a half an hour of work just made an extra $18.09. Unfortunately, yes, I did produce some waste here, but the scrapyard guys are also going to do the same thing. They're just going to throw those out as well. So it is unfortunate for the environment, but I did upgrade this for sure. Again, I brought about 3 ounces of brass at $3.15 a pound. The rest of this plug, once I remove that copper and brass, these two are going to go into the garbage. But yes, in my opinion, your Christmas lights, well worth the time upgrading. Make sure to upgrade to your 60% appliance wire. You do remove the brass prongs and the portals that the brass prongs go into. But again, some really nice wire here. Adding this to all of my 60% pile. Looking forward to bringing that in. And again, yes, Christmas lights, an item that I constantly find in the winter. Easy score for sure, and great item to quickly upgrade and maximize your profits. So thank you for that question. Short video for sure, but definitely an item that is worth upgrading, very easy to do. So thank you again for that question. Please comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Tin Man out.